What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jay, aka Mercy Blue, representing Game 6 Capital, man. When we talk about the hot topics in the finance world, we miss you all. We reported live here from Dallas, and you all been waiting for this one right here, okay? If you all haven't seen the video on the Credit Plug channel, how you can get a Mercedes Benz with a 500 FICO, we're going to talk about specifically how you can make money off your Mercedes Benz, and it's a few key things that allow you to do that. But we're going to hop on the road. I'm going to talk to you guys on the inside. Stay tuned. Here we are, just cruising, really taking a seat back and just responding to a few questions that really hopefully can add some value to a lot of people. And again, this is really a simple process. First and foremost, shout out to the Credit Plug for dropping that video, because yes, being able to put a car under your business name is very valuable, especially come tax time, because whatever you pay for the car, can be written off. In full transparency, this car right here, a year ago, it was about a year ago exactly, got this car on the dip. Mercedes-Benz does this every year, and during mid-May till end of June 30th, they normally run a special for the summer because they're bringing in the newer model cars and everything. Typically everything's about 60% off. So this car was originally valued at $32,000. I personally got this car at 15 grand from the dealership, not the secondhand dealership, not from CarMax, from the Benz and Porsche dealership in Chicago, okay? 15 grand, 14,997, all right? For those that want to see the bill of sale, it's another conversation. But that entire 15 grand, tax deduction. So that right there, just that's income that's no longer taxable because of the business that it's under. That's one thing right there. And I'm going to show you a resource that has helped me accumulate, the tax credits that is equal to dollars, and I kid you not. All right, so what I have right here is Mile IQ. This is the first thing you should do if you are, if you own your own business or if you drive your business. You can essentially, it's a very simple process. You're just gonna have to be able to track your miles. And for what I do Mile IQ. Now, as you see right there, there's a couple $1,000s, being written off from last year, 5,200 plus exactly. From last year, and then this year so far, 2021, already 5,000. So what that means, that will be equivalent to about 10 grand in tax credits plus that I will receive. That's facts. All right, ask H&R. Now that's key right there. The reason being because imagine 6 more months, 2021, probably gonna do another 5,000 miles. It's 15 grand. That's 15 grand. That'll be 15 grand overall tax credits that I've gotten from the car within a year and a half of owning the car. So that means the car would have paid for itself at least one time just from the miles that I log. And as you see, the miles, I've only put 12,000 miles on the car. Got it at 61, it's at 73, and I'm going to let it go at 90 so the next driver, the next owner can have some good miles, at least 10 or even 15, 20,000 miles on it before, I would say the value just continues to depreciate more drastically, because right now the value of this car is still high. This car can be sold for at least $15,000 right now. Believe, I kid you not. Ask anybody that would want a V8 engine 2013 Mercedes-Benz C-Class for 15 grand, very valuable. That way right there is another way you can make money off the Benz. But remember, already gotten that 15K in tax credits from this entire year, and just from the 6 months of last year leading up to 2021, that's 15 grand. So I've already made my money back that way, right? That's one way. If I were to sell the car for 15 grand, I would have made 30 grand off the car. I would have used the 15 grand from my tax credits to get another probably a similar model, maybe a 2014, 2016, something like that, a 2016 Benz. And this car can go from 15 to 20 bands, so I would have enough to get another car and then sell this one for the price that I got it at. So I would have a newer model car and at least $12,000 to $15,000 plus off of just leveraging this vehicle. All right, so that is another way right there where you can make money off the car. Leverage the tax credits that you can receive from the miles that you log from the sell the car. you know, after a year and a half, it still has some high value. It'll probably only have like 85,000 miles, which is still very good for a 2013 car. That's extremely good. All right, but that all adds up. Now, another way you can do it, you can sublease your car. You can do Turo, you can do Uber, all those things, like, you know, like bringing dollars back, even incrementally. But end of the day, there's no car note on this car. I know a lot of people are hooked on the maintenance, but I think people are just like, you know, thrown off by some hysteria that the maintenance for Mercedes-Benz is crazy. It costs $1,000 for my annual service. $1,000, $1,087 for the service, transmission, oil change, all of that. Okay, so it's just like the maintenance is nothing. With no car note, it's like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I would say that would be the route to go. Now, if you're gonna lease a Mercedes-Benz, it's a different conversation, because you may not have the same leverage if you don't buy it outright. That's why it's always great to buy it on the dip. So if you haven't already, the links down there below, the phone number is down below. Contact Mr. Larry Cash, the Mercedes-Benz dealer out in Annapolis, the finance manager. He's gonna hook you up, all right? Especially if you have a FICO score of 500, you know, which I did last year. But thanks to the Credit Plug and Crown Credit Pro, I was able to eradicate a lot of debt, you know, zeros everywhere, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and it allowed me to even finance the maintenance work. So you're only paying a certain amount per month, and truth be told, I'm paying $57 a month for the next 6 months on my maintenance, which is a joke. You know what I'm saying? But that right there, you know, again, Turo, Uber, those are extra ways where you can accumulate coins from your whip. And then, you know, if you're on social media, if you can promote, do some work for Mercedes-Benz. You can monetize this car so many ways. But the two main ways that you can make your money from a Mercedes-Benz, essentially turning your liabilities into an asset, is, of course, having it under your business name so you can write the whole thing off. It's a business expense. And then MileIQ, you get 53 cents for every mile that you log. Okay, so within a year and a half, it would accumulate $15,000 plus in tax credits, and of course $15,000 in tax deductions. A double positive, by the way. And again, if you were to sell it in a year and a half, if I were to sell this car in January, February, I can sell it the value that I paid it for. That's another 15 bands right there. So either way you slice it, this right here is an asset. It can make money off of its value, and it depreciates a lot slower than you know, the Fords, the Hondas out there. This car can sustain value for another 2 years at the same price. Meanwhile, in 2023, this car could still be sold for $12,000, $15,000. But by that time, we would have traded it up or profited. The reason why, actually, I know some people plugged into that Credit Plug video, that 2021 GLB, I personally, you know, like didn't like it so much, so I traded it back to the dealership, got my car back, and I just exchanged it for profit. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing right there. You buy it on the dip, and if you sell it back when the market resets, you're gonna profit like you would in the house market, in the stock market, in the crypto market, any market where you're expecting an ROI. If you buy in the dip and you sell like when it's at its highest, you're gonna profit. There's so many ways this thing can work for you. This car's a cash cow. Period. Case closed. And hopefully that right there added value to all of our viewers. If you got any questions, click the link below. Follow us on IG, Mercy Blue. We'll be here to answer all your questions. And be sure to follow us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And man, we'll see you all very soon. Don't forget the hashtag Game 6.